Sharpen your sword cause the time is near. Gotta do it big like Bon Iver. I'm a rock star on a chandelier. Off the walls, yeah, I'm about to go crazy. For the beast, anybody that can tame me.
Okay, good morning. So today is not St. Patrick's Day. It's Free Spirit Day at work. So I can still celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I'm not gonna go too ridiculous, but I am gonna do a lot of green today. I have not moisturized my face. I'm gonna do that now using the Revolution baking oil. This way I'm doing primer and moisturizer in one step. And it seemed to work out all right last week, but that was with a different foundation. My hair keeps dripping. I'm not wearing a headband today because I put in a, I don't know what these things are called. It's like a crown thing. Well, makes my hair into more like a hair crown. I'm trying to figure out what foundation I want to use because I don't really want to use something I'm not too sure of. Well, I'm supposed to be testing out the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover, but I was last week using the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. This seems to be a pretty good undertone, but it's a little bit too deep. This one seems to be like the right level, but it's a little bit not the right undertone. I'm not sure. So, and then also this has more coverage. I'm going to mix them. Oh, and this is the shade 312 Cocoa. This is the shade 535 Espresso. Hopefully this won't go too bad. We'll see. Okay. And if I remember, the Infallible Total Cover does darken down a little bit, so hopefully we'll be okay when we're done with this. I also need to stop sweating. Oh, I didn't conceal again. Oh, whatever. I'm wearing the Total Cover. Should be fine. I'm so excited trying to figure out what I was going to do with my face. I forgot to do all my steps. But that also means I didn't pre-powder. Apparently I have a dry patch there that I didn't even know about. But this foundation sure did let me know. Which one, I don't know, but whatever. Okay, I think it did a pretty good job covering mostly everything. Still a little orangey red. I'm gonna highlight with Conceal and Define in C12. Blend that out. This sponge is dry. And it's not dry because I prefer it dry. I don't prefer it any one way or the other. I just never remember to wet my sponge beforehand. I don't know why I act like I don't know I'm going to be doing my makeup every day. But I'm never prepared. And sometimes I do wet my sponge with rose water. But I just don't feel like it today. So my cat just successfully hunted some underwear from one of the boys. And now he's announcing it to everybody, I guess. The only people here, though, are me and the girl cat, and I know she doesn't care. She doesn't care about anything. Dude, I mean, he is apparently very proud of his hunt. Okay, I'm gonna throw on my blush before I set my highlight today. I don't even know why I'm using this. This is not the blush I want, but whatever. I think the color's settling down, yeah? I just want the foundation, not the blush. See, this is why I hate this blush. Look at that. And the thing is, though, is it stains my hand. So even when I go wash them, I'm still gonna have like red all over here for the rest of the day. No matter how many times I wash my hands, and actually sometimes even till tomorrow after a shower too, it'll still be like that. Set my highlight. Oh, never mind, the cat doesn't have the boy's underwear anymore. Maybe he was just bringing it down because the laundry's down here. Cat was letting me know that people aren't putting stuff in the laundry. I should probably not record that mess. Well, I mean, it's already recorded, but I probably shouldn't save it. We'll see if it makes. Okay, my alarm went off and I just got to go back on. But if you didn't notice, for once my camera stayed in the same position. I actually just figured out that on my Apple Watch, I can control my phone. Don't ask me how long I've had my watch and I just now figured it out. Don't, just. But dude, it's really funny because it already reminds me to do other things and can also, well, I can start my car with it and it has some helpful reminders on there for other things, but I did not realize until now. This is not the eyeshadow base I meant to pick up. Oh well, this is a good one. Okay, I'm using the Amuse eyeshadow primer and clean slate. We're gonna use the Andy Candy. This is just a pigment that's in the shade Unearthly Creature. And this is actually just for background, I guess you would call it. It's not my main color. Now I'm gonna go in with a clean brush and I'm gonna buff that out a bit. And then also some of the residue will go up and get under my brow as well. Good enough for now. Using the Ben Nye Ebony powder. We are going to go in with BH Cosmetics Base Booster. This is good for pigments and glitters. And we're using this pressed glitter from Andy Candy. I think this one is called Alien King. I think the other green one I have is called Total Alien. Or not Total Alien. The other one is called Trolley. So I'm pretty sure this one's Alien King. Or it's the other way around. Who knows? The pink one's Laffy Taffy. Okay, I'm gonna clean that up in a moment. And now we're gonna use the other green one. And that one I'm just patting on a little bit more lightly. And as I just said, I will be cleaning this up. I'm gonna go in with this brush. It's kind of thin, but not really. I don't know, whatever. And then I'm just like smoothing out this transition area. And that just kind of evenly disperses that glitter a little better. Okay, that is not cleaning up. Don't know where my makeup wipes are, but I've got Witch Hazel. Of course, that is basically killing my foundation. I don't mind the thin, it's just there was too much. So like a quarter pump of the one Infallible and a little dab of the other Infallible. I know this is why a lot of people do their eyeshadow before they do their foundation, but the problem is I can't do that because I have to put on foundation. Like, that's my priority, is getting my foundation on, and eyeshadow is secondary. So I have to put things on in order of what's important so that if I have to leave the house because I've run out of time, which happens, I at least have the important stuff done. Throw on a little bit more Conceal and Define and a little bit more powder. There should be enough left on here. Nope. I just put on some lip primer. I'm not sharing that part. It was the Ulta lip primer, but it's like at the end of the tube and I was scraping it out and it looks really tacky, so no. I'm using this green Ben Nye pencil. Again, that's kind of like a base. I'm going in with Blackberry by NYX. This is the Megalast Liquid Cat Suit in the shade Emerald Gaze. It's by Wet n Wild. Of course, it's going to be very subtle with the other glitters I've got on there. But it does help with, you know, lining the eyes. Now I'm going to take this Andy Candy pigment. I hope it's lip safe, I can't remember. And this is more for just layering a base because I know I don't touch up my makeup. Okay, now I need to finish off my face and then I'll go back and finish my lips. Fallout. I'll put on my Ben Nye powder. The shade Nutmeg. Think about it, I may not even check in for a wear test since this isn't my typical way of doing things. Well, I still use last week's newly tested foundation and this week's testing foundation. I didn't skip all my steps. I just didn't conceal and I didn't powder after concealing because I didn't conceal, which those are extra steps anyway. So yeah, I guess I will check in because we can see how this stuff holds up without those extra steps, right? Okay, brows brushed out. Let's bust off this powder. That dry patch I have is not playing around, whatever. Okay, throw on some black eyeliner. That did not go how I wanted. That is fine. Fine. Rosewater. This is a lipstick that claims to be by NYX. But once you take the label off, it just says True Color. I knew this wasn't NYX. Okay, and I'm done. I got to go. Because I still got to get dressed. So, goodbye.